I'm Gioia Calabretta, and I go to school at New Covenant. It all started about a year ago when I saw a TV on the side of the road, and I thought, man, what can I do with that? And this isn't that TV, but I thought it would be really, really cool if I could just have a bunch of hands coming out of it. And then obviously we had COVID in that year, and so there's been a lot of weird stuff happening with, the government and control, and that's where most of the project really started. Just the hands behind it all and the man behind the curtain. And then I just kind of ran with that idea. There's the chess pawn on the other side, and then obviously the marionettes. And I really wanted something a little bit psychedelic and trippy, so that's where the static came in, and I thought it really just kind of messed with your senses a little bit. And then obviously there's the control room on the other side, and then obviously there's hands in there as well, because everything is manipulated behind the scenes. There are actually a lot of challenges. It took a whole lot longer than I thought it would. So I'd already figured out the concept for a while. It was just figuring out how I was going to do it. At first I was going to cast the hands in clay, and I was like, wow, that's going to take me years, and it would have. So I had to learn how to 3D print, which was a little bit rough at the start, but then I finally got the hang of it, and now I basically know how to 3D print everything I want to. So first I started on the little diorama on the side, which was difficult because it was really, really detailed, and I had to figure out how to scale things. And we also had to cut into the side of the TV, which was actually very, very fun, because I got to use a Dremel, which was exciting because I don't really use tools much. And then I shifted over to the hands coming out of the TV, which was my most exciting part, because I think hands are just really fascinating in general as an artist. And then I could print out the marionette piece by piece, and I could figure out body language, because I wanted it to be really dynamic and showing you a lot of expressions. And then I really wanted some hands to be just shown on the wall throughout where it was going to be exhibited, but that didn't really work out. So I just decided to just put them around the project, and it gives it a very 360 experience where you just look all around it. It keeps spreading. So I was using Thingiverse to find prints for marionette files, and originally I wanted to have a fully functional marionette, but that's obviously not very practical, so I had to print out piece by piece, and I just glued the parts that I didn't need, and then I tried to make the strings connect the parts where they really would, and obviously most of it was just for the aesthetic. And then I wanted to paint them white and black, not for any race thing, but I just thought it was interesting to see the contrast and the two opposing viewpoints. People never really know what happens behind the project. They see the final product, but they don't know what happened to make it there. Normally I'm the type of artist that just rushes right at the end, and I'll do something in a week. This was not that, and nobody would really know that. They'd go, wow, this is nice, and move on. But I've been working on this since mid-January. I was here some nights till midnight, here before school, sometimes here after school, during school. And I also planned on having a video showing in the back. It was going to have a video about the media, because that was what this all was pointing towards. It was control, but it was really controlled by the media, because there's a lot that they're not showing us in general, especially with COVID, because now we can't see lots ourselves. We trust them to show us, and it's really easy for them to say, well, I'll just show you this and not that. So I was originally planning on having a video with the media, and then it would fade into static. And that didn't really happen because I had some issues. Apparently it only reads French videos or something. I don't know how that worked at all. So I just went with static. It was just a test out. I was like, oh Dad, why don't we just turn it on? And then I went, wow, I really do like that static. And even the noise of it is just really, it clogs your brain almost in a really, really good way while you're just taking the whole project in. Normally, my brother and my parents are the ones who have to teach me everything, especially with hardware and power tools and stuff. But now I'm the one who actually knows how to 3D print. It's really, really fun because now I'm the one who knows the stuff and I teach them, finally.